What do I do now? I'll try?
I decided I was going to stop trying.
All in, no excuses, no explanations, only results. 3 pillars that have helped me find success.
Changed everything for me.
Woke up today, smile on my face, may not go my way, still got my faith, so I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
In the same way that I studied and I wanted to be successful in ball is the way that I want to be successful in finance, right?
I love that.
You guys about something. The word trying, you hear it all the time, right? And I know it sounds positive, harmless even. But let's be real for a second. How often is trying just a safety net, a polite excuse we use when we're not bought all the way in? Look, let me make this plain for you guys. If a coach had asked me, hey, can you execute this play? And I answered, I'll try. I would have never been on the field, guys. I would have been on the bench. Because trying implies uncertainty. It whispers hesitation. It says, I'm here, but only if it's easy. I'm here, but only if there's no adversity. I'm here, but only if it doesn't cause me to stretch. But see, look, when you commit, that's a whole different energy. That means you're locked in. No plan B, no safety net, no excuses, no explanations, only results.
And I can tell you this right now, that one mental shift from trying to committing changed everything for me. Not just in football, not just in life insurance or in my business, but in how I walk, how I move, how I live. See, when we say I'll try, what we're doing is we're leaving room to fail without feeling guilty. It's like we're already planning an exit in case it gets too hard. And I realized that during one of my darkest moments, the most defining chapter of my life, I wasn't going to be able to try. I was going to have to make a decision to commit. Let me walk you guys there. I want to talk to you guys about my career-threatening injury that almost held me back from collegiate ball in the NFL. You see, when I was 17 years old, I had a full ride offer to the University of Texas. Hook 'em horns, guys. With NFL dreams already dancing in my mind. Life was good. I was winning. But just like in life, one thing can change everything. And for me, it was one play that changed everything about my life. I took a brutal hit to my leg and I suffered a severe perennial nerve damage injury. And doctors told me that I might not never walk regularly again, much less alone play football. Everything I identified with, my dreams, my future, my pride, I felt it all ripped away. In that hospital bed, I had 2 decisions. I could try to recover, play it safe, and let's just see what happens. Or I could commit, fully commit, no turning back, no matter how long it took, no matter how painful it was. I was locked in, I was dialed in, I was focused. Let me tell you, that rehab process, straight up, not sugarcoating it, it was hell. 2 surgeries, a year of grueling rehab. There were days I cried, there were days I felt hopeless, days I wondered if God even saw me. How many of us have been in that place in our life where we're wondering if God can even see the pain that we're going through? But what happened was I came across James 1:3 and it hit me right in the heart. It said, the testing of your faith produces perseverance. I realized something that day, y'all. That injury wasn't just about my leg. It was a test of character, of faith, of purpose. Was I going to fold? Or was I going to forge something deeper through that pain? So at that particular moment, I made the decision to commit. Early mornings in physical therapy, painful exercises that made me want to quit. But every time I felt like giving in, I reminded myself, if I'm going out giving 110%. And by God's grace, that mentality, that commitment, that decision, that became the comeback. And I made it to Texas. I became a first-team All-American. I won a national championship. And later, I played almost a decade in the NFL. I even got the chance to host the Lombardi Trophy, winning the Super Bowl with the Pittsburgh Steelers. You see, that chapter taught me a truth, a principle that's tattooed on my soul to this day. You don't try to recover. You don't try to win. You commit and you execute every day until that breakthrough comes. You do the work because all work works. It either works for you or it works on you. And you allow it to continue to work for you because that's the way it works. And so what I did was I knew that I was going to need that mentality again when I hung up the cleats. So I want to walk you guys from the NFL into the commitment of doing business. Because see, when I retired in 2017, I felt like I was a rookie all over again, guys. No playbook, no game film, just this big, fearful question about what do I do now? Now what? And I dabbled. I did some credit repair. I did some side hustles. I jumped in financial services. I was trying to find my next chapter. And guess what? Nothing stuck. No traction, no motion. Because I was halfway in, halfway out, waiting for life to show me a sign instead of me creating one. I wasn't bought all the way in. But then one day I was reading something and I saw a stat that slapped me right in the face. It said 78% of athletes face financial hardship within 2 to 12 years of retiring. Guys, that's 8 out of 10. And the thing is that I knew it to be true because I had friends that were struggling. I had teammates that were lost in transition. And I realized, Tony, this is the mission. Help them build something that actually makes a difference in people's lives. So then, you know what I decided? I decided I was going to stop trying. I was going to stop trying to figure it out, and I'm going to commit to this. So I formed Stat Financial Services with one goal: to empower athletes and insurance professionals to build wealth and legacy through the insurance space, as well as understanding financial literacy. And look, I treated this and I still treat this to this day like training camp, early mornings, study sessions, daily discipline. I didn't try to make a few calls. I made them. I didn't try to learn the products, guys, and the processes. I mastered them. It was the same mindset I had after that injury. You see how this works? All in, no excuses, no explanations, only results. See, the thing that I went through back then was preparing me for the things that I'm doing now. And then when I did that, things started moving. Clients came, families got protected, impact grew. Let me say this clearly. Commitment breeds results. It's not just a motivational quote, guys. It's biblical. James 2:17 says it right there. It says, faith without works is dead. You can't just have all the faith and no works, and you can't just have all the work with no faith. You have to believe. And you can believe all you want. But if you're not moving, building, showing up, don't expect blessings to chase you down. That's not how that works. You see, I talked about the work earlier. It's a proverb that says all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. See, you can talk all day about what you're going to do, but if there's no execution behind the goal, you're not going to see the fruit. You're planting a seed on bad soil and you're not even looking to manage the soil correctly. So that's what I did. I'm going to tell you what I did. I prayed, I worked, I sowed seeds on good ground, I executed, and in due time, guys, the harvest has come. See, commitment is a universal key. This is a principle. And I know maybe some of you guys are listening right now and thinking, well, look, Tony, I love everything you're saying, but I'm not an insurance agent. I'm dang sure not a pro athlete. So how does this apply to me? Well, look, let me break it down for you. If you're an entrepreneur, stop trying to build your business when it's convenient. Why don't we set dedicated hours? Treat it like $1 million brand before it is. You see, you got to do the thing that you want prior to it coming, because that's the commitment aspect. That's where you learn. So if you are an athlete, guess what? You already know this. You already know what full commitment looks like in the gym or on the field or on the court. Apply that same energy to your next chapter. Start with a clear goal and a routine and grab a coach. Go get the mentorship. Guess what? Maybe you're a creative. Don't wait for inspiration to show up. Show up anyway. Create on schedule. Post constantly. Honor your gift by being disciplined with it. Because the truth is this: trying only leaves room for escape. Commitment eliminates options. See, if plan A gets tough, you don't bounce to plan B. You find a new way to make plan A work. I need you guys to understand this. Work with me here. Listen, champions are not made from talent alone. They're made by what they decide to commit to when nobody's clapping yet. So with that, guys, I'm going to share with you 3 pillars that have helped me find success, not only in my business, not only on the field, but in life: purpose, profit, and legacy. I want to leave you guys with these 3 things.
right? Commitment always produces purpose, profit, and legacy. Purpose. When you commit, you discover your why. You go deeper than the surface level goals. My purpose wasn't selling insurance. It was changing lives and breaking generational curses through financial education. You see, purpose gives pain a reason and effort a direction. Profit. Yes, we can talk about that money. We can talk about the bag. The money does come, but so does confidence, wisdom, skill, relationships. You see, profit is what builds when you stack small, consistent wins, even when no one sees you executing. You're growing in the dark. You see, the Bible says hard work brings profit, not talk. Show me your discipline, and I'll show you your next level. And finally, guys, listen to me now. Listen to me. Legacy. This is what it's all about. What are you leaving behind? Your name should mean something. Your work should outlive you. Legacy is built when you commit consistently to the things that matter. For every policy that I ever wrote, every coaching session that I've ever done, every show, that's a brick by brick by brick legacy being built. I need you to understand something. It says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So let me ask you, where in your life have you been trying instead of committing? Your business, your relationships, your health, your walk with God? You know what it is. Is that the thing you've been halfway doing, hoping that it will work without giving it everything? Okay, if that is, listen, today, right now, I'm challenging you to draw a line in the sand and then step over it. Go all in. This doesn't mean you'll never feel fear. This doesn't mean you'll never feel doubt. It means that you're going to feel those things and you're going to act anyway. It's what I did when I couldn't feel my leg, y'all. I didn't know. I just had faith. And when I didn't know what my next career was going to be, when I was making cold calls and nobody was picking up, that was that time. That was that grind. That was that darkness building, right? So that's what you need right now. Make the decision. I'm over here sweating like a pastor. That's all right. Make the decision. Make the commitment. Not next month. Not when it feels better. Make it right now. Here's what I want you guys to do, guys. Here's the next steps. I want you guys to grab a copy of my book, Master the Market, if you're in the insurance industry, or you want to master your value in any field. This book is the book for you. It's a playbook. And guess what? I'm not holding anything back. All the success that I've had, it's all in here. Everything that I'm talking about there, it's all in here. I want you to join my weekly strategy list. Every week I drop game that will help you grow spiritually, financially, and mentally. No fluff, just legacy value, legacy level value. And then lastly, if you like what you're seeing right now, come be a part of the community. Join the Stat Legacy League group on Facebook. This is where we encourage each other, challenge each other, and grow together. Real people, real progress, real power. You're not alone on this journey. And you're not meant to do anything halfway. You're a child of the King. We move in excellence and royalty. So I need you to commit. I need you to show up. And lastly, I need you to execute, because the world is full of people who tried. But the people who changed the world, they're committed. Listen, guys, I'm grateful, so grateful that you spent this time with me. Now go do what you're called to do with full force. Run well, young lions. Tony the Tycoon. I'm out.